Already 3CD challenge the Lakehouse stealth, no interrogation, no lockpicks, and no moving bodies. And that means that we can't actually, well, as easily try and take a run out, but it's not takedown limit, which is generally much better than it otherwise would be if it was a takedown limit. So instead, we're just gonna try and, well, awkwardly get a camera operator, even if it's no interrogation, which I suppose is fine and all, it's just not all that great. So as we awkwardly try and go past the camera over there, by just waiting for the guards to not be here, we're gonna run through here, and then hopefully no one's gonna notice, which is probably not the solution to this, but it's certainly gonna work out well enough. Maybe not. If you could please just go anywhere that's not problematic, that would be quite nice that I could actually lure that camera. But you know what, I suppose it's alright and we could... Sure. We could always go in through that door, it's not all that complicated, and it's generally easier than otherwise would be, but aside from that, it's no lockpicks, so we don't actually have a lockpick, we're just using a drill, and then there's, well, no moving bodies, which means that we should probably be a bit more careful with this, but then again, if we could just do this over here, all things considered, things should work out quite well, so we'll just work with it, and then we'll see what guards there are, which so far seem to not really be any, so whilst I just not go over there because that seems like a rather bad idea, we're gonna slowly draw this. Not that it's a much better idea, but then again, all things considered, it's not all that bad, so we'll grab a disguise over here, and essentially we can only take out one more guard because we still have a radio, which is maybe not all that preferable, but hopefully it'll work out. Because otherwise we're going to be in here for a relatively bad time, so presumably that radio is getting answered now, and then, well, we're down 2 guards, it's just that we still don't actually know who the camera operator is, or where the camera operator is. But then again, if the body's all over there, things might not really be great. Especially if we're trying to get a guard, well, anywhere else. Now the thing is, I can take you out, so I will, just to eliminate the majority of, well, people. And that's essentially most of them, so all we gotta do is just, well, worry about one more guard, and then afterwards, well, take out a camera operator, and then take out the remaining guards without getting a radio, because that would be quite bad, so if you could just not go up over there, that would be quite nice. Would appreciate it an awful lot, just because I don't really want you going into the 3 bodies that we would ideally like to keep hidden, because that's not really all that great for trying to not get caught, so if you could just turn around over there, that would be absolutely perfect, so that I could just go over here and then search this file over here. You know, it's quite simple, no matter what you do, there's really no winning here, it's only one guard, but we'll search those files, we'll find more files, we are gonna realize that we can't search it. You're going to go over there, which is frankly a good thing, so we don't have to worry about you. But now the question is, where are you gonna go? It's maybe not all that great, but for the most part we should do decently fine, so as that guard presumably gets taken out without actually getting a radio, that will be quite nice, so Cyber's gonna go down through there, and things should presumably once again also be quite nice. Now that marks, well, the 5th guard being taken out, because that's now the radio's down, so we just have to find 3 more guards somewhere. Maybe in some more ideal situations, and maybe with some better situational awareness of where the guards are in general, because we don't really want to take out a guard and have another walk into us, because that's not exactly the recipe for success. So instead we're just going to go over here, look for any guards there may be, and then afterwards not find any, because of course we're not going to. Now there is one over there, which I'm not going to take out just yet. We are still going to find out where the other guards are, and well, quite simply, if you're coming over here and I'm falling down over here, I need to get back up over there, and then afterwards take out the 2 guards over there, which seems about the right choice, so we're just going to take out you over here. And then take out you over here, which will subsequently be followed by taking out that guard over there, so we should generally be clear now. Hopefully. And then afterwards we're just going to, well, for a start, actually just go over here and, well, use the blowtorch to get something a bit more open because, well, I mean, there's that door, it's just that it's not really all that convenient, so we're just gonna not use it because it's, well, not all that convenient. Now, I am realizing that we probably should have gone upstairs to get that door instead because that, well, the room's over there, which is great and all, it's just not really what we're looking for. But then again, it will do just fine. We could just go over here now, grab some intel, go over here, and then grab over here. And in the grand scheme of things, it's still a tiny time save, even if it isn't the best option, which I suppose is alright, so presumably Cyrus can be at least a bit faster because they're carrying a bag that is most definitely lighter than this, well, entire server, so we'll go through here over here, and then, well, we're just gonna get followed because for some reason Cyrus is gonna be behind, which we're not gonna question too much. It's not really the place for it. And we'll just go over here, just a tiny bit ahead, and that's the daily challenge in just under 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Cheers everyone, have a great time!